If you're sick of the absolute stranglehold that Gardevoir seems to have on the competitive meta right now, then boy oh boy do I have a deck for you. What is up? Welcome back to the channel, or if you're new around here, welcome to the Totodile gang, the friendliest gang in all of Pokemon. And today we are talking about the true Gardevoir killer Ancient Box and how it could be one of the most effective single prize decks in the meta right now. If you didn't know, Ancient Box revolves, shockingly enough, around ancient cards and Baby Roaring Moon's attack, Vengeance, Fletching, which does 70 damage plus 10 more for each ancient card you have in your discard pile. With how many discard options we have in the meta right now, it can be relatively easy to get heaps of ancient cards in the discard pile to be hitting for respectable amounts of damage early in the game. We have 4 Professor's Research, 4 Ultra Balls, 4 Earthen Vessels, 4 Explorer's Guidances, 2 Squawkabillies, and our A-Spec, the Brilliant Blender, which does allow us to go into our deck, get 5 cards, and instantly discard them, which is so clutch. Now for ancient Pokemon, we have Flutter Mane, Great Tusk, and Roaring Moon. And for ancient trainers, we have Earthen Vessel, Explorer's Guidance, Professor Sada's Vitality, and Ancient Booster Energy Capsule. But we play 4 of each of those cards, adding up to 28 total, meaning that hypothetically we can get up to 340 damage on our Roaring Moon if that attacking Roaring Moon is the only ancient card not in our discard pile. Now, a few reasons that this deck is so good into Gardevoir are because A, it's a single prize deck. B, we can move damage counters around with Munkidori, and C, we can take huge one-hit KOs with our Baby Moon if we only have like 9 ancient cards in the discard. A few other good matchups for us are going to be some of the lower HP 2-prize decks in the meta, like Raging Bolt or even Ceruledge. We also play well into decks that are weak to Dark type, obviously, and we play pretty dang well into other single prize decks that aren't Grass type. Essentially anything under 280 HP we have a shot into. It's those big boys that get up above like Charizard and Dragapult where it starts to get quite difficult. Speaking of which, some poor matchups for us are going to be those big tanky decks, the Grimmsnarl, Charizard, Dragapult, Garchomps of the world. Then we're also pretty bad into Joltik Box due to Galvantula. Essentially, those big tanky Pokemon are just usually out of our reach to one-hit KO, which is what you really need to be doing. And then obviously if the deck is going to be Grass type, we're going to have a natural disadvantage to it. Now in terms of consistency, I would put this deck around the middle of the scale, but I would put it slightly more on the inconsistent side. Now out of the last couple of decks I've played for videos, this is definitely more consistent than those, but it's not a sure thing. I would say that unless your local meta is made up of solely Gardevoir and lower HP 2-prize decks, I don't know if this is your best play, but I do think it's a great play to just take to locals, see if you can catch some people off guard, and if you do get a good enough start, you can beat those bigger, tanky decks. You just have to get a little lucky. Alright, let's take a quick look at the deck list that we're going to be using today, and then we will get into some gameplay with this deck. Okay, so taking a look at this deck list, as you can see, it's pretty simple. We've got the 4 Roaring Moon, the 4 Flutter Mane, and the 4 Great Tusk. Now, the Great Tusk can sometimes come in very clutch, as it has the ability to mill your opponent's top 4 cards of their deck if you've used an Ancient Supporter that turn. So late game, if your opponent is really decking themselves out, you can transition into a mill deck with Great Tusk. Then obviously with a Sada, you're attaching that, and then you attach 1 for turn, and then you can use Land Collapse. I think this is a super fun option to have, and then obviously it is also an ancient Pokemon, so it works out. Now as for our non-ancient Pokemon in this deck, Pecharunt is huge. It is here so that we cannot get trapped. If they want to sob or use Maractus, it doesn't matter. We can still use this and get our Roaring Moon up into the active. Now it does poison that Pokemon unless we have an Ancient Booster Energy Capsule on our Roaring Moon. This not only gives it 60 more HP, making it a 200 HP single prize Pokemon, but it also protects it from all special conditions, essentially giving us the ability to just bring that moon up into the active for free, again, if we have Pecharunt down and if we have a future booster on it. Now, we do play 2 Squawkabillies to make sure that we have the ability to get it down if we need it, or just draw into it on our first turn, because this is very important. We need the ability to discard our hands sometimes. Sometimes that's on our first turn going first. That's where a Squawkabilly can come in absolutely clutch. Or if you're going second and you have an energy in your hand to start, you can Squawkabilly that away, hope you get a Sada, and then potentially start Vengeance fletching on your first turn going second. Obviously, we have the Brilliant Blender here to just discard 5 ancient cards. Super clutch to get early game, because that just instantly bumps our damage up to 120 with the help of nothing else, you know. Other than that, few interesting inclusions. We do have 1 EXP share, which I really like. This is our only non-ancient tool. And essentially, if one of our Roaring Moons are up in the active and it gets knocked out, we can take one of those energies and put it onto the moon or Pecharunt that we have this attached to. I have fallen into the habit of attaching this to Pecharunt to set it up as a late game attacker, because it can hit for 60 damage for each prize card your opponent has taken. So against some of these 300 HP or less decks, this can be absolutely clutch. If they've taken 5 prize cards, you can hit for 300 damage for 2 dark energies. So that is really nice. I've fallen into the habit of, just putting the XP share on the Pecharunt, getting it set up for late game. As for recovery, we do have 1 Pal Pad and 2 Super Odds, so we're pretty light on recovery. We don't play any Night Stretchers. That's something that you could add in. Another potential add-in would be a Gravity Mountain. I was thinking about that as I was playing. It could be really nice to just lower those Stage 2 Pokemon's HP by 30, get them more in a range that Roaring Moon could KO them. So I do think Gravity Mountain and then a little bit more Gust could be very beneficial. We do only play the 1 boss's orders, and if you get that early game and you have to discard it away, you have to rely on that Pal Pad to just get it back. So a little bit more Gust, maybe a counter catcher or just 2 boss's orders or something would be really nice. I don't know what I would take out for that, but that is something that I would absolutely consider. And then obviously we do have Munkidori in here because we run Dark Energies. We might as well have Munkidori. That helps us out a ton against Gardevoir, because if they have done little bits of damage, or if we've done little bits of damage to ourselves through poison, we can move that damage off onto their already damaged single prize attackers and potentially take free KOs and then make them push up another single prizer, so that we can potentially take a 2 prize turn even though they've only attacked with a 1 prizer, because usually Gardevoir has to put their attackers within 10 or 20 HP left of their health, and then we can take that out with Munkidori. And again, the cards that I'm considering tossing in are going to be Gravity Mountain and a little bit more Gust. So let's see how this list plays for us today. Let's get into it. Well, okie dokie, let's get her going then. We are going first, which is not the worst thing. Obviously, if we can, it's nice to be able to maybe use a Sada first turn, but you can't always get that done, unfortunately. And obviously, since we're going first, we can't do it at all. But what are we up against here? Joltik, probably. Probably Joltik. Crispin with the grass and 2 lightning. I guess hypothetically could be Raging Bolt. Either one Raging Bolt we're better into. Joltik we're not great into because of Galvantula and because of Iron Hands. Okay. I think we just... Well, that's actually kind of nice. We're shutting off Latias right now. Yeah, let's do that. And then probably use Research next turn. Just get some Ancients directly into the discard. Sucks that we'll have to get rid of our Pal Pad, but, it's okay. So yeah, this is why I do like Flutter Mane in here. It shuts off your opponent's active Pokemon's abilities, which means that Latias no longer offers free retreat. So it has a 2 retreat cost right now, which might help us out a ton here. This is like some sort of weird Terra box, kind of looks like, which we should be okay. Okay, EV. I don't know what this deck is supposed to be. I've got no clue. I don't know. I don't know. Ooh, okay. Okay. So we could hold on to the Sadas. We got 2 Sadas in our hand right now. Jesus. Okay, this is kind of a tough choice, actually. Let's go ahead and... I mean, we can always get, you know, Pecharunts. And let's just take out all these Ancients, put them in the discard. And we did get access to Pecharunt. Okay. And we're going to get some more Ancient Pokemon in the discard pile. And some more Ancient cards in general into the discard pile. So we're hitting for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So enough. So yeah, we'll just get Pech. Thank goodness it's not prized. Do we give them Artazon? I feel like we might as well. We might as well just go grab ourselves another Baby Moon. There we go. It's like, wait, where are they? We're good. We're good. Yeah, I'm cool with that. Just instantly take a 2 prize knockout here. This is kind of the goal. Not going to put Fez down just yet. We're going to wait. Wait until they take the return hit KO. Alright. We got a Nest Ball and an Ancient Booster. I would have loved to get that Ancient Booster on this guy so that when we move him into the active through Pecharunt, he cannot be poisoned because this guy says can't be affected by special conditions. So, would have loved to have that last turn, but that's okay. This should be an alright matchup for us. If they have the ability to use Crown Opal, it's going to be a little bit tougher because we only have 1 boss. But, you know, we'll deal with that if it comes. I guess we already know that they do have Grass and Lightning in this deck, so they should be able to get Crown Opal off if they can think of it. I hope they don't. There's Sparkling Crystal and Terra Orb. Gonna go get Leafeon. Okay. So what does he do again? 60. Okay, yeah. So more than enough to KO us here. Fun. So yeah, we'll probably push Flutter Mane still. Got that guy. Just gonna single attach for turn. Don't even have to use Crispin. Fair enough. And then they're gonna knock out. Okay. So now are they gonna set up their Terapagos on the bench? Maybe. Curious. Seems like a little bit of a waste, but you know, to each their own. So yeah, I'll probably Ancient Booster this guy. They're getting Serrano and Area 0. Okay. Fair enough. Get themselves another Hoot and then go get like an EVEX and some other stuff. Not a bad move there. Serrano's pretty nasty for these all EX decks. So we gotta get some stuff in the discard. We gotta get some Ancients in the discard here as quickly as we can. If we can come across our Brilliant Blender, that would help out a lot. Ooh, okay, so they got Fez, Mew, and Eevee. Interesting. Put Mew down, please. Let's go. That's an easy KO if we can come across... I mean, we'd have to come across a Sada and then a boss, but, you know. It's doable. Can't use them both in the same turn, but it is doable. Alright, so we'll push forward Flutter Mane. Make so that if they don't have boss, at least they can't take out another Moon. Another Nest Ball. Okay. Let's go ahead and just flip the script here right away. Wow, that really just didn't help me much at all. Okay. Go get another moon down. We will Ultra Ball away that and that to go get a Tusk. Get rid of that with our Earthen Vessel. Yeah, we'll grab both of those. So we have 3 energies in there, 5 Pokemon. Really not doing a whole lot this turn, unfortunately. So, for each energy attached to all of your opponent's Pokemon. So if we don't put any energies down, then he'd have to hit us for the 230, which they probably can, but I guess if we only have 1 energy down, they're not 1-hit KOing Flutter Mane. So we just need to hope they don't have boss and a single energy, unfortunately, which, you know, not the best bet we're taking here, but sometimes this happens. You don't get the Sada you need, especially when you frickin' have to discard 2 on your second turn. Like, that sucks. You want the Sadas later. As much as we do want to get ancient Pokemon in the discard pile, you want to have those Sadas for later. So that's just a bummer. Maybe I should have done Explorer's Guidance on that first thing and tried to get like an Ultra Ball or something to get rid of the Sadas so that we could then Pal Pad them back in. I don't know. There were a few different things we probably could have done, but it's okay. That's alright, that's alright. Let's see what they got here. Probably Crispin. What else? Crispin. Earthen Vessel? Crispin Boss. Okay. Alright. So they probably have that energy in hand to just use that 230 right now. Fair enough. Fair enough. At least they're going to get 2 more ancient cards in the discard pile. So now they have to have that other energy, right? They just need a fire or a water. If they don't have that, then that was a waste of a boss. Did they think they were just taking the knockout? Did we get them to make a mistake, or do they just have the energy and they're just stalling us for some reason? I don't know. We'll see. They made a mistake! Let's go! No, you love to see that. You love to see that. They're like, oh, well, we're taking the knockout, right? Nope. No, you were not. Now I get to hit into your Leafeon. Teehee. Then you can Crispin. Now you can Crispin. When you're hitting me for 240 anyways with that first attack. So I figure they're probably going to power up the Flareon. I mean, they have Flareon and Leafeon. You'd have to imagine that they have at least 1 water energy in their deck. I don't know why they don't go Crown Opal here. That would be the best move. But they might not know that we don't have that much gust either. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, we're kind of floundering here a little bit. We're not hitting for that much, but there's a water. Wait, there's a water energy. Yes, dude, they could have powered up Crown Opal already and been just invulnerable to me. But they didn't for some reason. I don't know why. I hope they can't now. I hope they've used up like their 1 fire or 1 water or something, you know. Nope, there's another water that they put on Leafeon. Wow. Wow. Dude, that's crazy. Okay, well, we better get a Sada here, otherwise we're still kind of screwed. Because we're just behind the 8 ball right now. Still have another moon. There's the moon, okay. Do we want a Nest Ball for anything? Just to get it out of the deck? I don't think so. Come on, baby. Give me that Sada. That's not a Sada. Dang it. Okay. Well, they've still only taken 2 prize cards. And now, of course, when we're doing this, we don't really have any, like, good cards that we can discard, or any bad cards that we can discard, because we've already discarded them. So let's just do that. I need the 2 Sadas in there really badly. So let's see. What can we do here? Could just attach there. Call it good. Call it alright. It's a bummer. No Sada. No Sada means that I cry. Rip. Well, at least we'll get a few more ancients in the discard pile. And that's our turn. That is no fun. But we're up to 4, 6, 8, 12, 14, 16, 18. So we're hitting for a better amount, 250. So we're very close to being able to one-hit KO everything, which is where we need to be. And then we just have to worry about, you know, getting Professor Sada's going, which we should, after they take this knockout, we should flip the script and then super rod stuff back in. And they attach a psychic to Terapagos, completely oblivious to the fact that they could have had Crown Opal going this whole time, and they would have just wrecked me. Dude, Iono, thank you. Thank you. Let's go. Okay. EXP share would have been very helpful earlier in the game, but that's alright. It's alright. Moss Agate, of course. Alright. Please. We're going all in. I mean, we only need 1 energy to attach, realistically, so we could research even if we don't hit a Sada, but, like, can we please hit a Sada here? Probably should have Nest Ball. Oh, okay, here we go. We're good. So we have all 3 moons in there, so let's get let's get 2 moons back. 2 moons or 1 moon and 2 energies is the question. Let's do 1 moon, 2 energies. Because my thought process is I can also use Pecharunt as a late game attacker. So realistically, if we set up 2 baby moons, we should be able to have everything kind of sorted from there. Oh, and we got the boss. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. And another super rod. Cool. And our EXP share, which will go right there. Beautiful. And now we're in for 260. We can very easily get up to that 270 mark with just this Sada, or if we need to, Ultra Ball it away, but I'd rather not. And we are very close to taking this dub, despite them getting a very hot start. And there's a guidance. Good shit. They had a really good start. We had kind of a bad middle area. But again, this type of deck we can play into. Anything under 280, we're dealing with pretty consistently. It's the big boys. It's the 320, 330s that get tough. And that's where you could consider throwing in like a Gravity Mountain. That could be a fun inclusion. Could consider throwing in... What else can boost our damage? I mean, you could think about throwing in like a Defiance Band or something. But, I don't know. I think the Ancient Boosters are too valuable. You got to have all 4 of those in there for sure. And I really do like the inclusion of the EXP share. So that... You know, it is tough sometimes if you can't get your Sadas down like we saw earlier. It's tough to get these energies out. And it's commonplace to get them in your discard pile so you can Sada. And then when you can't Sada, it just kind of sucks. But I think they are probably realizing here that this is a pretty unwinnable situation for them. Both of these guys are very ready to go, and this guy is just 2 turns away from being ready to go, but I don't think we even need him at this point because we got these guys rolling so efficiently, and we have boss in hand. Like, even if they try to stall with a single prizer, they can't. And again, if they had just Crown Opaled, EV Box players, look at your Terapagos, Crown Opal, man, that's a great one against Bolt. Well, Bolt less so because they have so much Gust, but it's great against this deck. because I do not have that much gust. This is my one boss's orders. So if they had just been Crown Opaling this whole time, you know, no, of course, we would have been screwed. We would have been screwed, but they didn't. And we got an energy. Let's go. So even if they try to trap something else up, do something funky, we're still chilling. And then they can't actually one-hit KO us with this guy. So that would save them a turn, unless I can top deck something. If they don't knock us out, they wouldn't be putting that extra ancient in the discard pile. And yeah, I mean, that would be their best bet. Would be going to Flareon and then hope I don't draw an Explorer's Guidance. Hope I don't draw a Sada. Or, no, all of our Earthen Vessels are gone. So yeah, it would have to either be a Guidance or a Sada. That would save us here. Terapagos. No way. He just lost the game, bro. What are you doing? You could have not knocked me out and this game would continue on. But you knocked me out. And so now no matter what, that's game. Alright. I mean, look, I'm cool with it. That's a dub. We take those. Not, and another energy, Jesus Christ. Not even a very good run of Ancient Box, but we took it down. We took it down, and let's go on to Game 2. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome back, folks. Let's get this Game 2 here on and going. I'm honestly still slightly undecided on if I want to go first or second. Second is nice because it gives you the potential opportunity to get energies in the discard pile and get a Sada off instantly, you know. But on the other hand, going first is nice because you can just attach for turn, hopefully set up for your second turn, do all that fun stuff. Yeah, whatever I get off this mulligan and then whatever I top deck. Ooh, okay. Like, that will affect what I do here. If I can top deck a Sada, that'd be sick. If I can top deck a Sada, that would be dope. But if we don't, it should be alright too. Mesagoza. We were playing a funky Charizard here. Tails. Haha. Funky, funky Charizard. I was gonna say, what was their mulligan? Give me their mulligan. There it is. Whoa, a lot of energies. Okay. And we got an energy. Okay. Wait. So yeah, we're gonna have to do this. We need 4 ancient cards in the discard pile. So we're gonna assume we can get ourselves a Sada here. Yeah, and then we can attach for turn Sada, and then if we get, or not Sada, Squawkabilly, and then if we get Sada, oh baby, we are in business. We are in business. Let's go. So this is why you do kind of want to go second. Also, let's see if we can Mesagoza. Grab something else as well. Fuck it, might as well. We just have to put it in our hand, right? Yeah. We could get Pecharunt down. Could get another Moon down. I feel like the other Moon is the best bet here. Let's hold on to the booster capsules, just because we're playing Charizard, so I don't know if it's gonna matter that much, you know. But yeah, our whole goal here is just we're in for weakness too, dude. We didn't even need to get any cards in the discard pile. So because it's Charizard, because they're already hitting for 210, it might not be worth it to put the ancient booster on them. I don't know. Let's see what they have in hand. We might be able to just be up and going so fast that, you know, there's a chance that they just can't do anything, which would be sick. They really need just rare candy Zard here. Bad. Like, bad. So So they're probably going to have to flip heads on Mesagoza, too. Flip tails. Flip tails. Dude, what a first turn. So yeah, that really showed you how well Rory Moon can work going second. Just boom, boom, boom. Squawkabilly, get those energies in the discard pile. We get Iono'd. Alright, that's fair enough. We did have a really good hand there. But that means they're not Arvening for a rare candy, so that helps us out a little bit. A Patch, an Ultra Ball, and a Tusk. Not a whole lot here. Jesus Christ. Pokegear, okay. For an Arven, there you go. They'll have it for next turn, when this guy might be knocked out. Flip your Mesagoza, buddy. What else do you have here? But yeah, I'm feeling pretty good, especially because even if they boss up something else, we can just patch and get our Moon back into the active. But they'd have to have a counter catcher. They already used Iono. They did flip heads on Mesagoza. Boo. Boo. So we're up to 110, hitting for 110 without weakness. Which obviously Charmander and Charmeleon are not weak to us. Only Munkidori was. What are you getting from Mesagoza? Another Charmander. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough. Patch might be my best bet to take out like a late game Charizard, too, if they end up piecing one of those together. So at the very least, we'll be able to get another Ancient, or maybe two, if we flip heads on Mesagoza into the discard pile. Which would be good. What else are you doing here, buddy? You're going to discard your Stadium? Because I'd be okay with that. Come on. Come on, Charizard. We don't have all day. Oh, there it is. There's a Charmeleon. Interesting. Why would they not retreat and then evolve? That doesn't make much sense, right? Charmander has single retreat. Wow, they just handed us this Charmeleon on a bit of a silver platter. Okay, we'll take it. We'll take it. Flip me heads here. Come on. That's okay. We can Ultra Ball those away. Either go get Fez. I mean, yeah, we don't have any energies to attach. Let's just go get Fez. We know they have Arven in hand. Let's not put down a 2-prizer until we have to. Only have 1 energy in there. So yeah, smack for 120. Take out their Charmeleon. We know they have Arven, so we know they have access to rare candy. There's an Earthen Vessel. That's good. That's good. So now it's just going to be, do they have Charizard in hand? / can they flip heads on Mesagoza? Will determine what they can do here. It's not been great for this Charizard deck. And while we did get off to a very hot start, it has slowed down quite significantly with their Iono. They got us pretty good there. Got the lucky helmet. Interesting. Alright, big Mesagoza. Tails! They might still have Charizard in hand, but still. That's huge. That's huge. Terra Orb. Alright, fair enough. They had it no matter what. It's alright. It's alright. We'll be able to Fez at least. Would have been awesome if I could have gotten Flutter Mane up into the active somehow, but it's okay. No realistic way to do that, so. And the lucky helmet. It's just when it gets knocked out, right? Yeah, no, damaged? Okay. Damn, alright, so they're just gonna draw some freaking cards here. Good on them, good on them. Push up Flutter Mane. Hope that Fez can get us what we need. Let's try to start building up the Pecharunt if we can. Okay, I mean that is something. See if we can get another. See if we can get a heads on Mesagoza here. There we go. Flutter Mane, get out of here. Let's thin our deck a little bit. Try to get our Sadas to the top. And then let's Petch. Or Fez, not Petch. Come on, baby. No. Just another. Dang it. Well, that's a bummer. That's a bummer. We can at least Super Rod once before we get rid of everything else. Alright. Yeah, unfortunately we'll just have to do that. There's a Sada. God damn it. Go ahead and Earthen Vessel away. Guidance. We need to like start hustling if we are gonna try to knock out a Charizard. You know, we can probably do it in 2 shots, but it'd be nice if we could just one-hit KO him. Very unrealistic, but it'd be awesome. Very unrealistic. We'll throw the EXP share on Petch to just kind of have him collect the energies if they do decide to boss this guy up and take him out. Then we'll have Sada for next turn, so. The old monkey, of course. Tails. There we go. Thankfully, they've hit Tails on Messagoza like 2 out of 3 times. So, at least that's good. Have a Nest Ball. I was really hoping we were just going to be able to get this win before they could even get a Charizard down. Putting Cornerstone down. Dude, we're like 1-hit KO and a Cornerstone already. Okay. That makes it a little harder, but still. Not much harder. Why? I don't understand why they would be doing that, but alright. No skin off my bag. This is that weird kind of Charizard box deck. Alright. And they've added another Pokemon or another ancient card to our discard. So we appreciate that. Okay. So what are we smacking for to start here? 190 right now. 190. Okay. Flip the script. Okay. Go ahead and do that. We'll Sada onto these 2, and then we'll attach onto Monkey. Onto the Monkey. I mean, okay. That'll at least be able to just add another card. You know, another ancient card to the discard. Be awesome if I can get an Ultra Ball so I didn't have to research away a Sada, but it's okay. It's okay if not. I also don't want to get rid of all of my energies here. Alright, we'll hit him for 200. Not too bad. And then we have our you know, Munkidori ready to go. So, if they want to retreat into Cornerstone, they can, but they're not taking the 1-hit KO, so I'd imagine they're just going to leave Charizard up. Not really sure why they put down Cornerstone. I feel like setting up another Charizard would have been infinitely more effective, right? Like, but I don't know. I'm not a Charizard player. I'm not a Charizard player. Especially not this type of Charizard. There you go. See, you should have done that last turn. Get the thing out that I can't 1-hit KO. Like, duh. I feel like that would make sense. Then again, I will be able to 1-hit KO it. Well, no, not quite. I can do up to 300 with that guy. So, but I can't hit into Cornerstone with him. So, maybe Petch is not really the move here. But no matter what, we will get him powered up just by, you know, them knocking out my Pokemon. So they've put a Charmander down, they've attached energy to Cornerstone, and they've done nothing else so far. Are you gonna boss? Are you gonna attack me? You gonna do something? There it is. Thank you. Take out... Okay, I was kind of thinking they were gonna take out Petch. Taking out Fez. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. But they didn't attach to the Munkidori, so me doing the Munkidori thing, it really didn't matter. That's pretty funny. Alright. So we'll just take out their Zard. Now we get the Brilliant Blender. Now we get the Blender. That's crazy, bro. Let's get all these guys in the discard. Okay. I feel like I'd rather just Sada here. Oh, I can't. Because I don't have any energies in there. We're hitting for 250. Would it be worth it to retreat? I haven't attached for turn. Fuck it. We'll retreat. Push this guy. Now we'll Sada. Onto them. Draw a few more cards. Dude, where's my boss? Have I used it? Oh, I did. Damn, have I used my Pal Pad? Yes. Shit. Okay. Do that, do that. So yeah. We're just gonna have to take a big one-hit KO on whoever's up next, ideally. But if they can have, like, the rare candy combo to get... I don't know. So we're, what do we hit for? 260 there? 260. So we'd need 7 more ancients in the discard pile. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 in my hand right now. They are going to have the rare candy Zard here, probably. So this has been an interesting matchup. Very interesting matchup. I don't think I have any, like, ancient Pokemon left, right? 4 there, the 2 in my hand. And I think I might have prized 1 moon. Or maybe that's one of my last 4 cards. I don't know. No matter what, next turn is going to be my last turn, so I can just research and not feel too bad about that. But I'm curious if they have a boss. I mean, a boss would end the game, so definitely... Let's see what we got here. So yeah, now I kind of wish I hadn't retreated out of this guy, because that could have been another ancient card in the discard pile. And that's on me. Okay. We're in an interesting predicament here. Another research. I guess we can just do this. Still don't think we have enough here. Then we have 2 Ultra Balls left. So yeah, even if we have every single one in our discard pile, I still don't think we're hitting for enough. Oh! Man, that's frustrating. So if I hadn't retreated off this guy and made them knock him out, I would have actually beat them. So that's on me. That's my fault. But we're not built to play into these decks very well. So that's all right. That was a fun game. We got up and going really quick, and then I made a mistake late game that cost it for us because I got greedy and wanted to Sada a time where I probably didn't need to. So, dang it. That is a reminder. Don't put too much ancient stuff on the board because then you can't discard it and potentially take a big dub. So, on to game 3. All right, let's get into game 3. We are going to try to go second just to see if we can pull off that elusive first turn Sada. I don't think going first is the worst. Whoa. First of all, terrible rhyme. Well, okay rhyme. I don't know. Interesting start here. Very interesting start. We're going to be able to Nest Ball for an ancient, or for a baby moon at least. Unfortunately, with us starting Squawk, I don't know if there's any feasible way that we're going to get this attack off, unfortunately. Starting Squawk is kind of a bummer. Kind of a big bummer. Charizard Dragapult. Alright, let's just get us a better match here. I don't really care that much. On to game 3. Give me a better matchup. Give me a Guardy, man. Give me a freaking Guardy. Is there any of my friends online that can just play Guardy? Try one more here, and then we'll just go to casual until we can hunt down a Guardy. Okie dokie, let's get into some game 3 action. We are going second. Not the worst start. We're pretty much definitely not getting a moon off here, unfortunately, but that's okay. We'll at least be able to get a Brilliant Blender off, and then maybe a Guidance. Ooh, and we got Ho Armor Rouge. So this should be, hopefully, an alright matchup for us, but we'll see. You never know. You never know. But 230 is very much in our wheelhouse of what we can reach pretty easily. Pretty easily. So they're going the Squawk method plus Carmine. Getting Squawk down instead of a Charcadet. Interesting. Well, Spring Mask Ogerpon. Got the Area 0 going. Yeah, all of these Pokemon are within our range. All of these could, you know, obviously not yet, hopefully soon. Golden Flame again, get that guy fully powered up. Fair enough. Wow, yeah, Jesus Christ. And then restart. What a turn, man. Jesus Christ, bro. Dude, and then the Squawk and Seize, they hadn't done it yet. Good God. And then there's the Charcadet. They knew it all along. They just had to get through half their deck. Which, like, dude, good for you. That's impressive. Let's start with a blender. Let's put them in the blender. I think we just do all of that. Action. Go bang, bang, bang. I think we'll just research here. Get a moon down. This is where Pech would actually be really clutch. So let's go get Pech, put EXP share on it, and then research. So I would like to have Pech for late game, ideally. I like this idea of just kind of planting Pech there, just having it. Okay, let's get rid of an energy. Go get a couple more energies. Get another moon down in case they can boss it up. Hit them for 120 unless they have the booster. Or their booster, you know. And we will bring this guy up so that they can't Iron Hands him. They'd have to have a boss if they want to Iron Hands for two prize cards. Jesus Christ. The next turn, we can Sada and attach to Monkey, potentially, depending on what happens. We'll see. We'll see. This is a very interesting matchup. They got a good start. I got a decent start. Are they out of energies? Are they out of energies? Bro, what? They got rid of boss there for the research because they just didn't have anything else in hand. There's Latias. Okay, okay. That's an important piece. That's an important piece. They have so many big pieces, but I guess if we take out their Area 0, they can just bump Squawk and like Mew, some shit like that. Now they're gonna go get Armor Rouge. There they go. So they're just gonna take us out with Lily's Clefairy, which is fine. It's fine. Then we're just gonna wait for one of our super rods to grab our Fez back. I just didn't want to put it down on the bench and have it be a liability potentially. Alright, it's alright. What are we at right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we just need 2 more, and then we're one hit KOing them with Patch. So that's pretty reasonable. It's pretty reasonable. Come on, baby. That's okay. No, it's not going to do it, is it? What are we at now? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that is not going to do it. God damn it. Okay, wait. No, we can't Fez. It's in the discard pile. Shit. Well, that's a bummer. And then he's hitting for 170 right now. Gosh dang it. He's definitely not hitting for enough. Well, that's a big bummer. This is where I was like, man, if we can just get an Ultra Ball or an Earthen Vessel or something, we're chilling here. But if not, we're kind of screwed. Dagnabbit. Thankfully, they do only have 17 cards left in their deck, you know? They've been flying through that deck. There's a chance we can win just by them decking themselves out, at least. But they're going to knock this guy out. We're going to have to push forward like Monkey or something. And then Guidance if we can't get another Sada. We only have one in the discard pile, so our Sadas are in there. God, I can't believe I missed the KO on the Clefairy. That's a big one. We got to return that KO, like, for sure. So what can they do here? What would be the most devastating thing? I guess they could, like, Ho-Oh us and heal their Clefairy. Do they run out of time? Okay, well, that helps quite a bit. I appreciate that. Not the best for, you know, footage purposes, but we'll take it. We'll take it. We don't have any energies in there yet, but we figure we will next turn. Let's go ahead and get that Super Rod, because our other Super Rod is in there as well. Attach there. And call it good. Hit for 190. Now we're hitting for 190. So we'll just pretend that I did get a good top deck last turn. And I did, in fact, take the return hit KO. We're just going to... That's the new headcanon. And there's a Sada and an Earthen Vessel. Let's go. Yeah, they just timed out. They just went AFK. Come on, buddy. I want to play against you. This is a fun matchup. Come back to me. Come on, don't do me like this. Wonder what they would have done if they didn't time out last turn. At least they would have taken the knockout, that's for sure. Gosh dang it. It's actually the first time in like a long time during filming where one of my opponents has just, you know, left. Well. And again, to be fair, this is one of our, like, good matchups. We should be winning this one. So I guess we'll take it, but it's a little disappointing because they actually had a really good start. They were doing quite well for a little while there. So, are they back? They're back, and they don't know what happened. They gave me the question emoji. The question emote. I don't know either, bud. Is it not letting you do things? I'll give you the question emote right back. I don't know. Can you play now, or is it still locking you out? Because they're still not doing anything. Golden Flame, there we go. There we go, there we go. That's something. Yeah, not a great turn for them to miss there. That's kind of a bummer. There's a Fez, alright. And draw some more cards. Well, they're back. They missed a turn, but they're back. So yeah, we'll just pretend that we did in fact draw an Earthen Vessel and we got what we needed to do what we had to do. Fuck. Right when I have a good hand. Come on, man. Okay. There's my Sada and Research and Explorers and Artazon. I don't even think I want to bump their Area 0, though. They got so many tasty morsels down for me on the board. Our boss is still in there, right? Alright, yes. Our boss and our Pal Pad should still be in there. Should. Keyword should be. But yeah, I love this deck because we're right out of range of Iron Hands unless they have the future booster, you know. Huh. Is there any reason to do that? What? Wait. He's doing the question thing again. Bro, I don't know what you're doing. Why are you asking me? He's doing the sad emote now. Bro, okay. Well, that was a weird one. Let's get one more game in, and maybe it'll be more normal. I don't know. On to game 4, I guess. Game 4. Let's freaking go. Somebody's mowing right outside our window. Sick. Literally right outside the window. Okay, well, that's really loud, and I apologize for that. But, you know, people are going to do what people are going to do. We got a Zoroark Blaziken deck. This we should be okay into. Zoroark will be easier to take out than Blaziken, but we should be able to work our way up to that, you know. Starting Munkidori, of course. Ooh, okay. Let's go grab him. Let's do this, maybe. Attach one there. Go ahead and super rod that one energy back. Go grab our Pecharunt. And squawk and squeeze, baby. Please give me more opportunities to get rid of some ancient Pokemon. Nope, not really. But we'll at least be able to get another moon down. And we'll be able to Sada next turn. So, it's something, at least. It's something. What are we up against here? What are we up against? Monkey, First Instinct, goes straight to Grimmsnarl. Oh, wait, no, we already saw it was the Zoroark Blaziken deck. So I respect this person. Damn, there goes a Turo, which is huge. Ends Reshram's pretty big as well, but the Turo is huge. Because this is like, that's one of our big enemy cards with Ancient Box. It's Turo or Scoop Up Cyclone, or any way to really get those Pokemon off the board that really screws us. Because we're oftentimes having to 2-hit KO Pokemon. When obviously it'd be nicer if we could just 1-hit KO. Okay, so there goes their other Team Evo. Which, fair enough. Get some need some energies here, so makes sense. Interesting. I would have thought they might have gone dark, so that maybe they could ends PP up onto Zoroark, but fair enough. Just going straight into the Zoroark and a Combuskin, I'm assuming. Then yeah, we'll just Sada onto this guy. Do we Sada onto both? I think we just Sada onto one. Just in case, just so we can Sada. Oh, they're going 2 Combuskins. Okay. Fair enough. I mean, those are the harder ones for us to take out, so. We'll Sada onto one. Wow. What an interesting hand we have here. Get another Baby Moon on the bench. And then we will bring him up into the active and KO him. We might have to research next turn if we can. We'll see. I guess, honestly, this guy's probably getting knocked out. So we'll probably have to Sada and just hope we get like an Ultra Ball or something. There's our Fez. Okay. I'm wondering where that was. Might be very handy after we get knocked out by this Blaziken right here. There's Zoroark. That's why they didn't TM Evo for that guy. There goes the single prize Blaziken. See, I feel like that would be kind of nasty here. But I guess the big boy's better, because then I can't just return the KO. And because I'm a single prize basic, and that's a single prize stage 2, it's significantly harder for it to get set up versus for me. So, fair enough. Fair enough. There's the Blaziken. Team Rocket's Watchtower, and an Iono. Oh, that hurts, dude. That hurts. God damn it. Okay. Excuse me. That was a nasty play. God damn it. I had so many ancients in the fucking hand there. It's frustrating. And now, probably just not gonna have a Sada, because there's only one left in the deck that isn't now at the bottom of the freaking deck. Might have to just stall here. Which, you know, I don't love, but now if they have a way to get this Zoroark back, that was a dumb move, because then I just allowed them to use Smolder Salt 2 turns in a row. But I figure it's better than nothing here. Better than Explorer's Guidancing. I don't know. Maybe not, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. Then we can just research next turn if we want. It's not too big of a deal. Dang it. Gosh, that's super frustrating. So how many do we have in here? Not that many. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just 4. So we are not even close. We're not even close. They don't have a switch, otherwise they would have gone and gotten it. So that's good. Kind of surprised they didn't go and get an Ultra Ball a little bit, but I guess that was just fodder for their Zoroark. I feel like the Earthen Vessel would have been a little bit better, just to get themselves some more energies out, right? So then they could trade it away. Wow, okay, so our stall worked. So at least that's good. Do we research or do we explore? It's gotta just research. We need just a whole new hand. Hey! Thank you! Finally. Beautiful. Now we don't have to waste any of our good ancient cards, and we can just get those straight in there. And we got that. Oh yeah, baby. What a hand. Yeah, we needed that badly. So what are we hitting for right now? I love that with the booster, the retreat is just free because he doesn't poison us. So we're in for 200, so we're still not going to be able to KO him. We could get 2 more in, or we could just set up another moon on the bench, which I think is probably the move. Cool. And if they take this KO, we just probably Ultra Ball away these for a Fez or something. Give us a shot at getting a Sada. Because now we do have all 3 Sadas left in deck. So there's a good chance we'd be able to hit on one. Okay. Trade for a bunch of cards, do all that fun stuff. If they had that Reshiram down, they'd be hitting for good damage, but obviously they need a couple dark energies in there as well. So they just need one more energy in there, and then they can duo like Seething Spirit at least, or they can Seething Spirit and attach and retreat, or they have Secret Box. Okay, fair enough. 13 cards left in their deck, and they need to take 5 more prize cards. That's a lot. What'd they get? Rare candy. Okay, rare candy. Get up another Blaziken. They got rare candy, Arven, and Knight and Academy or Watchtower. Jesus Christ, can't talk. I do not hate that Iono there, because that means that I'll probably get a Sada. Nope. Of course not. Why would it? Why would it? I need to change my researches and my Sadas. I should not have picked the Sada researches, for this deck. That was a big mistake. I realize that now, and I'm sorry. I apologize. That's on me. Because when I see this, I go, oh, nice. And then I go, oh, fuck. That's not what I wanted, though. Dude, it worked again. This stall tactic's crazy. Okay. So we're going to get an energy down. We're going to be able to just get rid of this ancient booster. How many energies we have in discard? Plenty. Failed to find on the ancient booster. And we will just research this stuff away. Still no Sada. That's kind of unreal. But whatever. It's not like we have 3 Sadas left in deck. Whatever. We could knock the Watchtower, but there's no reason to. It's not like it's hurting us. So we're up to 230 on Vengeance Fletching. So here's where I probably should have not attached the Ancient Boosters, actually. I think that's probably my mistake. I once again made it so that I can't really get enough cards in the discard to take out this Blaziken. So that's a bit of... that's a little annoying. It's a little annoying. We should hypothetically still have our Pal Pad, so we should be able to get this boss back, maybe, at some point. But we'll see. We'll see. We're going to Smolder Salt. There's a Counter Catcher, so they're going to be able to take out my Petch. Fair enough. Fair enough. That's big. That's big. Alright. And they're not adding another 2 ancient cards to the discard pile, so that's unfortunate. Okay. 230. We can put him down because they're only hitting for 200. Man, we really don't have much stuff to go off here. Let's get Petch back and 2 energies. Go ahead and just Explorer's Guidance here. We don't need Sada. But I would like it in my hand, please. And, okay, Jesus Christ. It instantly is about to get discarded, potentially. Do I even want to put it down? I mean, at this point, kind of. Might as well. Shit. Alright, well, that didn't quite go as planned. Shuffled 2 energies and a Petch back. Instantly have to discard all of those energies. Cool. Sick. I don't want to draw any more cards right now. We're sitting at 250. Yeah, that's gonna have to just be the best we can do. I do wish I had a little bit more gust in this deck, but you're kind of just relying on being able to hit what you see. But it's okay. This has been a fun match no matter what. Win or lose, we'll call this game 4. This is not a very good matchup for us either, so I'm kind of surprised we've actually made it this long, to be honest. We're still alive, and that's saying something. There's a Neona. Okay, that'll keep us alive a little bit longer, honestly. Both parties are kind of about to deck out. There's a Sada and an energy. Let's go. Let's go. Alright. So we're still just kind of looking for that Pal Pad, which I have this sneaking suspicion that it is prized. Don't know why. Don't know why I feel that, but have this sneaking suspicion. Alright. So we just hit for 250. We're about to be hitting for 270, 280. So yeah, still probably not quite enough to take out Blaziken, but they will be Smolder Salting, so and they're just going to kind of shuffle between their Blazikens here, unfortunately. That's where a TM Devo would come in quite clutch. Hit into him, and then boom, TM Devo, take out 3 prize cards. Alright. Oh yeah, if they just have another boss too, they can really wreck us. So they haven't used any bosses. Huh. Yep, there it is. Setting up the KO on Fez. Okay. Well, we would need kind of a miracle here to be able to take out a Blaziken. That helps, actually. That does help. Let's Sada. Get, oh shit, there we go. Get energies back. There's a research there. Do we have any more ancient Pokemon in the deck? I don't think so. So we're hitting for 280. It's just not going to be enough, man. It's not going to be enough. There's another Sada, at least. So we can get it up to 300. But that is not going to be enough. Dang it. Yeah, so they just need a boss here, and they've got it. And we just can't get a boss because our Pal Pad is in our gosh dang discard, or in our prize cards. Yeah. Show me the boss and you got game. Or no boss. Or no boss. No matter what, we're screwed here. We will be able to take a knockout, but there's the boss. Alright. Well, that was Ancient Box. Had some good games, had some iffy games, but we'll take it. We, of course, did not run into a Gardevoir because Pokemon couldn't let that happen. But thank you so much for watching, and we will toss it back over to the other tie. And that was Ancient Box. I think this is a super fun single prize deck, and honestly, a pretty damn solid option if you have a lot of Gardevoir in your area. Man, when this deck gets going early, it is absolutely a threat, and if you get a little lucky, you could easily take down a local tournament with this deck. What do y'all think about Ancient Box? Could it be a viable locals deck, or do you think that this is just another single deck counter that just won't be good enough into the rest of the meta? Let me know down in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate you guys so much. If you enjoyed, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, do all that bullshit, whatever. You know what to do. If you really want to support the channel, you can become a channel member like these lovely fellas. Huge shout out to Wes Reacts, Plus Ultra G, Justin G, Chef Husky, and Dominicis. Y'all are too kind and help me do what I do here on YouTube. So just thank you. And I appreciate all y'all for watching. Tune into my streams Tuesday, Friday at 6 Central. I will see y'all soon. Hope you have an absolutely fantastic week. Peace out.